So there are a couple of different categories that they do. The first one is called a shelf view, shelf and display capture program. So you click it and then you see what gigs are available here. So here is one that I did a lot of. So these are all the ones that I reserved. So this is for automotive fluids. So we're going to press it. So for this type of gig, the shelf view, it's going to want you to take a picture of the whole aisle. So some of them are going to be easy, some of them are going to be hard. This one was at Walmart, so Walmart didn't have a huge selection of automotive fluids, so it was pretty easy. So here is where it's going to tell you how much you're going to get paid. So this is $3, which is not a lot of money, but don't get discouraged because I did these ones in about 2 or 3 minutes. So if you do a couple of these or a bunch of them, it is worth it. So it's going to tell you, welcome the shelf view. And then you could press accept. Once you press accept, you have 4 hours to complete this gig. So make sure you'll be able to do it within the 4 hours. Other apps let you reserve it for 24 hours, which is kind of better to make a schedule. But these ones, you only get 4 hours. So here, it's going to tell you what you're going to be doing. So it wants you to take photos of grease, gear oil, transmission fluid, and antifreeze. So you're going to go from left to right and then take the whole aisle where they have these products. These are the most common ones, the shelf view. Another one, Tractor Supply. This one's $3, and you have to do all the dog food. Cat food, dog treats. And it's at Tractor Supply. So at Tractor Supply, it's pretty easy, but the same gig at Petco or PetSmart or another big pet warehouse is going to be a little bit more difficult because they have so many more products. Again, if you do this gig right here, the cat and dog food, at Family Dollar or at Dollar Tree, they're going to have a lot less products and it'll be a lot quicker. So it does depend on what store you're doing. So keep in mind what type of store it's going to be and try to imagine how long it's going to take you. So now I'm going to skip through all these ticket jobs. I don't do those. They don't pay money. I don't do them. Field Agent Insights. I usually don't do those ones. Buy and try. I never do these ones. This is, you have to buy a product and then answer some questions about it and you get reimbursed. I don't do anything where you have to buy a product and get reimbursed. If you guys want to do it, you can. Ratings and reviews. I don't do that. Let's just ignore that. Next is going to be audits. So frozen beverage machine. This one you have to go and then see like the slushy machine and get the model number and stuff like that. Pretty easy, not bad. I would do that one. Precision Require. These ones are going to pay the most. This is a store walkthrough. So you are going to walk through the entire store and they give you a list of displays that they want. And then you just have to take pictures of them. That one's really easy. So then once you reserve a gig, it's going to be here in the next tab where work. So you're going to find it. So these are all the gigs that I've done recently. And you find it. If it expires, you'll see that it's expired. If you complete it, you'll see a check next to it. Next is our earnings. So here you're going to see your earnings. In this earnings tab, these are the ones you got paid for. And you can see I've done quite a good amount of it. You could see in green are gigs that you didn't cash out yet. So that's the $75. And then the ones that are kind of grayed out are ones that you already did, are ones that you already cashed out. In review, once you do a gig, it actually has to get checked by real humans. So they're going to look at it, make sure your pictures aren't blurry, making sure you follow directions, and then it's going to be in review. And once they approve it, then it's going to be here in your earnings. So sometimes it'll take a couple hours, sometimes it'll take a couple of days for them to get approved, but it does get approved pretty fast. Denied. So you can see, even though I'm really experienced at this, I've had a lot of them get denied, and it could be discouraging, but they'll send you an email and they'll tell you why it got denied, and then you could fix it for next time. And then when you're ready to cash out, you press cash out. Now this gives you a direct deposit, just like a regular job. Once you press cash complete transaction, it's going to take a couple of days, and then you'll receive your money. And yes, you do have to pay taxes on this. It's a regular 1099 self-employment income. Same thing like if you were doing Uber Eats or something like that, or DoorDash. Next is Explorer. I don't really use this tab. It just gives you some tutorials and information, stuff like that. Account. So here's another place you could cash out. You could invite people. I'm gonna leave the link to mine, and then you'll get 10% of each completed jobs by someone. I had another YouTube channel where I talked about this, so I had 24 people accept, and then you get 10% of what they do, up to $10. So it's not a huge affiliate program, but it does give you something. So this app is a great app to make money. If you want to see the gigs with the map view, here you can see a map view, so you can make a route and save gas and not drive back and forth. But the thing I don't like is I don't do most of these ones. So like these are ticket jobs and stuff like that, so the map kind of gets confusing. But if you go to jobs and then you open up one of the tabs, you'll see how far. So this one is a mile away, and you'll see how far it is. So Field Agent is a great app. It is legit, and you could make money. So subscribe to this channel and click the link to sign up to Field Agent.